Good morning, you guys. This is Together. I did not expect to go live, but I saw something that kind of made me very angry. And before I get into this video, I want to say thank you to everyone that was concerned for my health. I appreciate you, and I thank you for caring about me because today we have a lot that's going on with people going through various things and they're bickering and fighting amongst others. So thank you. And I want to say over here on this channel, it is all love and respect. If you have a difference of opinion, we invite you, we welcome you. Sorry, you guys, are still getting well. We welcome you. We invite you to come over here, but please, I'm asking you to be very, very respectful when you come over here because we don't want to have anybody feeling like we don't care. We don't want to go back and forth arguing and bickering with one another. You may be in a bad mood and you may want to take your aggression out on someone else. This is not the place for that, you guys. So please, if you have a difference in opinion, please keep it at a respectful level. Everybody's going to have a difference in opinion on everything, okay? So, with that being said, all those YouTubers, I don't know you, that are out there and all whatever they call this new word, trolls, please be respectful because if you had your own page, and I'm going to tell you something really quick before I get into the story, it is very hard to become a YouTuber and to be a YouTuber and put content together for someone to come in and just start a bunch of hoopla, okay? So I just wanted to say that really quick, but prayerfully, everybody is having an amazing day and will have an amazing day, okay? So this story caught my attention, and this is why you see this story up here, and it says, call Child Protective Services, 5-year-old child abused. And this child was found on a street called Redwood Road, okay? And this happened yesterday. And so I'm gonna talk a little. I'm gonna read this story, and then I'm gonna give you my, my opinions. Salt Lake City, ABC 4. A 22-year-old mother was booked into Salt Lake City jail on Saturday after police found her 5-year-old child on Redwood Road. You guys, an officer with the Salt Lake City Police was dispatched to 483 South Redwood Road in regards to a 5-year-old child that was found. So, the probable cause affidavit states that while trying to locate the child's family, officers were made aware that the mother had hit the child in the face. Okay, officers located a red mark on the left temple of the child's head. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute because this hitting on children, after police found the mother, she informed officers that she indeed slapped the child in the face as a form of discipline. The mother reportedly showed no remorse for the act and told officers to call Child Protective Services and take her to jail. She was then placed under arrest for the offense of child abuse with injury and taken to Salt Lake City jail. And no further information is on her, you guys. So the reason why I pulled this one up in particular, you guys, let me tell you something. When you have a child and you slap that child, and I've seen it happen, and I had to educate people. You never slap anyone in the face. I never slapped my children in the face. That's a sign of humiliation. You never want to humiliate a child or your child. Never slap your child in the face. Number two, I was working in medical. I was going out to be a registered nurse, and I had a teacher that actually was able to get permission. We all signed permission slips because we were adults, and we went into the hospital. And They brought a child into the hospital. The mother slapped the child in the back of the head. And we don't realize these children, the stems and all those nerve endings are not as strong, and the spine is not as well developed as ours are. We still have problems as adults. But when she slapped the child's brain shifted forward violently, and that child immediately experienced brain damage. So you cannot be hitting your child in anger. If anything, when you are so frustrated with your child, you need to place them in another part. If they're in the room screaming, close their door, sit outside the door, and let them know I'm right here. But until you calm your little behind down, I'm not going to open the door. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to separate yourself. Hey, you guys, as you can see, I'm still going through it, trying to get well. But as you can see, let me do my hi, Jessie Cat Baby. Hi, hello, Batty 77, and I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so very much. But you don't put your hands on a kid when you are angry. I know it's easier said than done, that some people snap, but you got to remember, if you snap, what are going to be the end results? How bad are you going to hurt that child? These are the instances where I do agree that child protective services should have been called. This is what I'm talking about. When there is actual physical evidence of child abuse, we don't know how many times this mother went off and slapped this child. And for this child, what appears to be at night, it appears that it was kind of dark, maybe not, when this lady hit this child and allowed the child to walk on the road, a 5-year-old child. Now, that to me is neglectful. If you hit your child, you need to let them understand 100%. I would not put my hands on my children. They had to tell me why they were being disciplined. And if you couldn't give me a clear and concise answer as to why I was going to discipline you, you would have to go to your room and you would stay there, and I would take everything from you until you remembered. Because sometimes children don't want to get disciplined, and they will pretend as though they don't know why. So that way you go and you take things from them. You get what I'm saying? So this is the way I did it. Not everybody has my method of discipline, and I'm not coming down on those that do believe in, punishing their children. You never should hit a child when you're angry. And this right here lets me know that this may not have been this lady's first time, putting her hands on this child, and the child probably had enough. One of the neighbors saw the kid walking, and that's why the police was called. And then she said, call Child Protective Services. It sounds like maybe she is overwhelmed, and they should offer her some type of services that can help her, get her some kind of counseling. Maybe she's going through financial troubles, because you know what? I was capable of raising three, on my own. And I thank God that I have the strength. And I thank God that I was able to do it. I could not have done it without God Himself. We think that we could do things without Him, but we cannot, okay? It's very, very hard out here. And me, when I hear that there's a single mom that's going through struggles, it hurts my heart. It bothers me. Because you know what, guys, I could not be a billionaire 8 times over, because as soon as I know that you have a child in a house and you are struggling, I would be the one that will be coming to your rescue. I would make sure that your children have whatever it is they needed. I would make sure that your food bill was paid, your electric bill. See, I would be that individual. So I probably wouldn't be a billionaire very long, because I love people and I love children. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about CPS, but I think I might do that a little bit later, because I'm still doing as much research as I can, but it's really hard still trying to recover. The actual contagious part of COVID is over, but it's the recovery process that's kicking my behind. You get what I'm saying? So I just really want us to, if you see a mother with a child and she looks overwhelmed, you know, kind of try to talk to her, and maybe you could come over or go over there and have a cup of coffee with her. And if you got a funny type of personality, make her laugh, kind of help her out a little bit, just to pull some of the overwhelming feeling off of her. Because I've actually scoured YouTube, and I've seen a lot of guys have they hate women channels, and women ain't crap channels. But my thing is this, and I'm gonna say this for both male and female: when you guys were laying down and making these children with the oohs and the ahs and all that, I love you, what changed? What changed that fast to the point that you guys want to destroy one another? There are some men out here, not all men. There are some men out here that will not, do not, and do not intend on paying child support for the children that they help create. So it makes it hard on the mother to make that decision if she's constantly asking you for assistance and you won't help her because you guys are broken up and you're bitter and you're mad. What do you expect for her to do? What if she only makes enough to pay the rent? She only makes enough to pay the bills, and she's barely making enough to pay for food. It is your responsibility to make sure that your offspring is taken care of, regardless as to how you feel personally about your kid's mom. And I was never the type of mother, regardless to the fact, and I know this doesn't seem like it has anything to do with it, but it does. I was never the type of mom, and I'm going to tell you, young ladies, I don't care how bad your kid's father ticked you off. Please do not put your children in the midst of that fight, okay? As much as I was angry with my kid's dad, my kids will tell you, they never ever heard me talk crap about their fathers to them, in front of them, or around them. That's something that I did with my close friend. I talked crap and shared my disappointment about my kid's dad with a person that I could confide in, but I never ever. Hi, April, baby. That's my baby right there, y'all. Hey, hey, that's my girl right there. But I never ever sat up and talked about my kid's dad in front of my children. That is between you and that father. If you guys didn't make it, it's because your season was over. And that's what we have to understand. Sometimes we don't want to understand that being with a person, there is a season limit. Hi, Monica, baby. There's a season limit. You get what I'm saying? So if you have the breakup and you guys are no longer together, don't go out and trash one another. If the baby daddy wants to trash you and say all these things, let him say whatever it is he wants to say. You know it not to be true. A lot of people around you know you. So we don't always have to find ourselves trying to defend ourselves. And that's the problem that we get into. We are so concerned that baby daddy is saying things and we have to defend ourselves. No, we don't. I can tell you stories about some of the things that I went through, but that's neither here nor there. But the one thing that one of my kids' dad told me is that they were at a party and all the guys were gathered around and they were having baby mama drama war stories. And they turned around and they looked at him because he was unusually quiet. And they asked him, well, why you're not saying nothing? He was like, because I don't know what that's like. I didn't have that problem. And everybody looked at him like, what? He was like, no, I didn't have that problem. I never had those issues. She never bothered me. She understood that it was done, it was over. Matter of fact, she left me alone. So what is she gonna say? So I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of information. These are some of the things that will cause a mom to lash out at her kid. because she's frustrated with, the things that are not going on. She can't seem to get ahead. The child probably want things or is acting out because the child wants to see its dad or whatever the case may be. Whatever your issues are, you guys find someone that you could talk to and have conversations. Make sure that it's a person that's not going to feed into your anger and your hatred towards daddy. You get what I'm saying? So that's something that I want to suggest. Make sure that you find someone that's not going to feed into your anger, but someone that's going to try to get you to look at things in a different light. Somebody's not going to let there say, yeah, girl, he is this, and yeah, girl, he is that. But actually, if you are talking against your kid's dad, you are talking to a part of who your child is. But that's what I wanted to say in all that. But yes, these are the times where CPS should be called. When you have a mother that is slapping and beating on her kid out of anger, and for her to just upright and say call CPS and call the police, that lets you know that she's probably at her wits end on everything that's going on, you guys. And it's really sad, and I feel bad, that some women have to go through this. A lot of men are taking on the roles as daddies as well, but not as many as women are taking on. You get what I'm saying? So I just wanted to come to you guys with this story just a little bit to let you know I'm still trying to get it together. I'm still not feeling 100%. I'm at the point where I'm still trying to eat. I'm doing my best, So I just want to say again, thank you. Hello, Batty77. Thank you so much for the support and love. Jesse Cat 31, thank you so much for the support and the love. April Showers, thank you for the love and support. You guys don't know, it means a lot to me. Monica Rena 722, thank you so very much for the support, and all those that will watch this live later. Trust me, I'm not that kind of YouTuber that do not appreciate you guys, because without you, I wouldn't even be where I am. I would not even have this channel to, say the things that I feel. I would not be able to have people. Um, yeah, right, April. I would never call CPS on anyone. I would, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and here's why. If you are out there smacking your child, beating your child, and I know what you're saying, April, and just dog walking your child, and that child is all broken up, battered, and abused. If I can't take the child in, I would definitely call CPS to get that child out of that home. But people don't realize that, with that being said, they are giving their children into the fire. And that's what the Bible says: do not give your children into the fire. And when you just up and have children and just throw them away like that, if you know that you cannot handle having children, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, so please, I don't want anybody to get upset. It's like my grandmother told me: if you know that you cannot handle taking care of children or having children, because you don't know how to control your anger, then you are not the one that should be laying down. You should be on contraceptives until you learn and know and understand how hard it is. If you anticipated your partner being there and the next day your partner is no longer there, now you need to go and get some classes. You get what I'm saying? Get some classes, take some classes, some parenting classes as soon as you get pregnant, because it will help you to understand. Then you can get yourself a group of people that are in those classes that will become a support group. So that's all it really comes down to, is we need a support group system. You get what I'm saying? This is really, wow. I hate to report stuff like this, but in this case, I'm grateful that she, I don't know why I am not putting up these comments, because you guys are amazing. Let me put them all up once. I'm going to put this one up. Hello and welcome to Together with Break Change Production. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Please keep it respectful with the host. Thank you so much, baby. Yes, yes. I want to put everybody's comment up real quick because I was just jibber jabbering my jaws. And I'm so glad to be back. I'm trying. I'm working on another story, but it's a lot of information. But I just happened to run across this. Okay, I'm putting everybody's comments up. I love me some April showers. Yes, especially single parents. I can't imagine how hard it is. Yes, it. Thank you so much for that, Jessica, because it is hard, hard. It is hard, very, very hard when you're a single parent, and that's why a lot of times when I hear single women, voice their frustration, I kind of let them know I do know exactly because I raised two, and then a third one came along. I actually adopted my nephew because I did not want him to go into foster care. So I adopted my cousin's son. My cousin passed away, so I adopted my cousin's son to keep him out of foster care. I couldn't take the two girls because I had a house full of boys and I didn't know how to take care of the girls, and that broke my heart because I wanted to take everybody, but they required special treatment on certain areas, and I couldn't do that for them because I was ignorant and I didn't understand, about the things that they were going through. So by me being ignorant and not understanding the things that they were going through, I did not want to further add on, to, the trauma that they were already experiencing. So, I gracefully bowed out, but it did hurt my heart because I never want to leave anybody by the wayside. But with that being said, my beautiful, lovely ones, I am going to be coming back, but at this moment, I have a little slight headache, and I gotta feed my little champ in here before he comes in here and start bun rushing me. Um, Thank you guys so much. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you guys. All right. So I will definitely come back. Hopefully I will be back within a couple of hours. If you don't see anything, that means I got tied down with my little champion here. Love you guys, and I will talk to you later, okay? You guys have a blessed and an amazing day. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.